Our other big story tonight is the fight over access to an abortion pill.
Now, two opposite rulings are creating confusion about who can access this pill and where. So here's the latest. Today, the Justice Department is appealing a Texas District Court ruling that came down Friday that puts a hold on the FDA's approval of mifepristone. The drug has been approved for nearly 20 years.
But the groups that filed the lawsuit say the drug didn't go through proper testing at the time. The Food and Drug Administration has said the data it has collected over the years is enough to prove the effectiveness and the safety of the drug. At the same time, a Washington State District Judge ruled that the FDA approval should stand. And that means the U.S. Supreme Court will likely decide what happens with this medication.
And Chief Political Reporter Amanda Rooker has been following the rulings. Amanda, what access to mifepristone do Iowans have right now, and how do these rulings impact that access?
Stacey, Scott, Iowans right now do have legal access to this abortion pill. Mifepristone is commonly used in medication abortions, and in Iowa, nearly 80% of all abortions in 2020 were medication abortions. That means a prescription drug, including mifepristone, was used to end the pregnancy. But that access, that legal access Iowans have to the abortion pill by the end of this week could end if the nationwide injunction issued by a federal judge in Texas is allowed to stand. Now, a federal appeals court can't issue a stay. That means it would temporarily stop the nationwide ban on mifepristone. But if that court does nothing by Friday afternoon, the drug would be withdrawn from the Iowa market. Drake University law professor Sally Frank says amidst all this confusion, Iowans should know that right now mifepristone is still legal in Iowa for use up to 10 weeks of pregnancy. But she says courts challenging an FDA-approved medication is an unprecedented action, creating confusion for both patients and doctors.
It is a sad day when doctors need lawyers on speed dial to know what they can and can't do. And unfortunately, around the country, that's the case we're in now.
Now, Professor Frank says if Iowans end up not being able to legally access mifepristone, Iowa doctors could still prescribe misoprostol, which is also an effective abortion pill. Professor Frank also expects the U.S. Supreme Court to step in, ultimately to clear up the confusion between the conflicting rulings in Texas and Washington. Stacey?
Amanda, thank you. The Iowa Attorney General's office is also changing the services it offers to victims of sexual assault. The Victim Compensation Fund was used to pay for emergency contraceptives while Tom Miller was Attorney General. The money comes from fines and restitution paid by criminals. A spokesperson tells KCCI that Attorney General Brenda Byrd is auditing the program to figure out which services to provide. It will continue paying for exams and treatment for sexually transmitted infections.
And right now, abortion is legal in Iowa up to 20 weeks into pregnancy. There is a mandatory 24-hour waiting period to get an abortion.